Britain urges Trump and Netanyahu to clarify war aims in Iran. Conflict. The United Kingdom has called on Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu to clearly set out their objectives in the ongoing war in Iran, which has now escalated across the Middle East and beyond. Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy also rejected the US President's demand that he should have a role in selecting Iran's next leader. On the seventh day of hostilities, Israel launched fresh airstrikes on Beirut, targeting Hezbollah, which has retaliated with missile attacks. Meanwhile, Tehran has carried out a wave of drone and missile strikes on Gulf states, surpassing Western expectations in scale and intensity. The Iranian capital has faced sustained strikes since the start of the US and Israeli military campaign. As part of efforts to assist around 140,000 UK citizens stranded in the Gulf, the first government-chartered flight arrived at Stansted early on Friday morning from Muscat, Oman. Amid warnings that the conflict could last weeks or even months, Mr. Lammy told BBC Radio it is now for the US and Israel to set out their war aims, principally because of their concerns regarding both Iran's nuclear capabilities and ballistic missiles, which could reach southern Europe. The war has spread far beyond the Middle East. A US submarine torpedoed an Iranian ship near Sri Lanka, killing at least 87 people on board. In London, 4 people were arrested on suspicion of spying for Tehran's intelligence service, allegedly targeting locations and individuals linked to the Jewish community. Tensions have also risen across the Atlantic, with President Trump criticising Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer for refusing to allow UK bases to be used for offensive missions against Iran. The Prime Minister has stressed that UK military action will only proceed where there is a legal basis, a thought-through plan, and a clear national interest. Trump has suggested that he should influence the selection of Iran's next leader following the killing of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei during the initial US and Israeli airstrikes. Mr. Lammy, also Justice Secretary, insisted, ultimately, this will be for the Iranian people themselves, unless there is any suggestion of putting boots on the ground, which I have not heard at this stage. Regime change has never succeeded from the air anywhere in the world. He also cautioned that Iran could end up under the leadership of a more hardline figure than Khamenei. Israel has stated that its aim is to remove Iran's clerical rulers. The United States says its objective is to prevent Tehran from projecting force beyond its borders, while also encouraging Iranians to rise up and take power. Visiting an Air Force base in southern Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu claimed that Israel's achievements so far had been great, but added that much work still lies ahead. According to Defense Minister Israel Katz, Israel had initially planned to kill Khamenei in November, with the operation intended for 6 months later. The plan was shared with Washington and brought forward to January, after protests in Iran raised concerns that its clerical rulers might retaliate against Israel and US interests in the Middle East. Israel maintains that its aims are to neutralize what it perceives as an existential threat from Iran's nuclear program and ballistic missile development, as well as to bring about regime change.